What is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to the round 3 feature match for this week. As I mentioned, our round 2 matchup is not going to be shown because I literally forgot to hit record. So I apologize again for that. But here we are in round 3. We have VW versus Dark Magician. And again, a reminder, this is pre-ban list. This match was filmed on the 18th before the ban list was revealed. So keep that in mind. I think the next locals I go to should be under the new list. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys will get new list matches soon. Not that the format changed very much, but either way. Let's take a look at the poll results for this round, though. I asked you guys who you thought would win, and about 500 votes, I think, as of now, as I'm recording. And a large majority of you guys voting for VW to take the W. So yeah, by 77% VW and 23% Dark Magician. So let's see if you guys are correct this time around. I believe you guys were correct last time with your guesses. I think actually, I think round 2 you got, or round 1 you guys voted for VW, which actually ended up losing. So let's see if VW can redeem itself here in round 3. My friend Adam piloting the VW deck, and my friend Johnny piloting the DM deck. You guys have seen actually first place VW profiles from both of these guys. So if you want to check them out, they are on the channel. Granted, they are pretty similar because most VW decks are very similar, but yeah, check them out if you want. So Dark Magician winning the die roll here, getting to go first, starting with a Hornet Drones. I know, right? Dark Magician, by the way, linking into Kagari. Kagari will add back the Hornet Drones on summon, linking the Kagari into Kaina of all things, and then linking or activating the Hornet Drones again to summon out another token, and then he will link that token into, I'm assuming, another Sky Striker link monster, going to be the Hayate. And we will see what he's going to do here next. The outcome might shock you. Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So 2 effect monsters there going into Anaconda. Will he pay 2K to bring out what I would deem is the new Ultimate Wizard in terms of pretty much everything, Dragoon? But looks like he's going to actually activate Quick Launch first to bring out Rocket Tracer. And then he's going to link off the Rocket Tracer into Striker Dragon. And Striker Dragon's effect will activate, of course, to search a boot sector launch. So I am just as confused as a lot of you guys are right now. So far, we've seen, what, like 2 different engines. We've seen Striker and, like, Rocket engines. Plays boot sector to summon out the Tracer. And then Tracer, pop boot sector. He's going to go ahead and summon out another Rocket from the deck. And we'll see which one he goes for here. Recharger. It's actually going to be Silver Rocket Dragon. But either way, it's a 4 and a 4, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. He's going to go for a Synchro 8 of Borreload Savage Dragon. So this is going to be helpful to protect the Anaconda here. But our VW player is going to chain Imperm, targeting the Anaconda preemptively before the Borreload Savage can get that counter on it to be able to negate the Imperm. And then we're going to see our Dark Magician player, Dark Magician in quotes player, send a Dark Magician girl from deck to grave to summon out Magician Souls. And everybody's talking about how access code never got reprinted, but where's the reprint on this $115 card? I digress. So we're going to see him use Magician Souls to send off the equipped Kagari and a extra quick launch in hand to go ahead and basically draw 2 Pot of Greed, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to see him link 2 again into another Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Pay 2K to FTK. And he's going to go ahead and dump Red Eyes Fusion alongside of it. The Red Eyes Black Dragon, the Deadly B7, and the Dark Magician in common, by the way. Activating a Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Ouch. We'll see what our VW player can do from here. Normal summoning GG. And activating GG, target GG. That, I don't play VW. You know, I'm not a master on the deck, but I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say that is not the best opening. Especially as Borreload Savage negates the GG. He's going to activate Lao Lao now. Which unfortunately has no targets. And Lao Lao is going to get negated by Dragoon, discarding Eternal Soul to negate and destroy. And just as quickly as this game started, it is over. Dark Magician taking game 1 commandingly. And as we head into game 2, I want to mention a quick shout out to our sponsor over at Imperium Duelist. If you guys are looking for amazing playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, dice, and more, check them out at the link below. You can get all the amazing products on their site for 10% off using my discount code WinnerKills10 off at checkout. And if you guys are buying anything on TCG Player, please do not forget to use my affiliate link down in the description below to support the channel for cards you're already going to be buying at no extra cost. So VW obviously wanting to go first here this game. You don't want to run into that board again. Certainly not. Savage plus Dragoon with Secret Village, no less. Just too good. But we're going to see City Lulu here, which is, I think, one of the strongest openings of the deck. Again, I'm no expert, but it is a really solid opening as Lulu dumps a copy of Kinglong. Kinglong will banish itself to go ahead and add a copy of Gigi. And then let's see, he'll discard here, the perfect discard, in that of Nyan Nyan. And he also opened up a copy of Skill Drain, which is going to come in very clutch at ensuring things like Magician Souls, Predaplant Verite Anaconda, all of these things are not going to be able to resolve. And now we're going to see a Lily activate, dumping another Kinglong for follow-up, and then a Chuche as well for that clutch level manipulation if he needs it at a later point. And now we're going to see him synchro into a 12 here. Alta Maya Zolkin as he uses the Chuche to increase the Lulu level by 3 rather. And he's going to set one, and we're going to see the Zolkin activate. He's going to chain Imperm to negate, and Chuche is going to pop the Zolkin to make it so it cannot. So basically the Imperm is going to miss its target, and still allowing the Zolkin to resolve, summoning out a copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon in defense position. So Chuche just proving again why it's such an amazing all-around card. Not only does it act as a disruption for the opponent, but oftentimes it lets you dodge certain effects. Like back when Calamities was legal, being able to essentially dodge Dark Ruler no more was absolutely insane. Or even Forbidden Droplet sometimes if they did not have a trap to discard. But we're going to see him synchro into Stardust Charge Warrior. Low-key, one of my favorite level 6 synchros in the game. Nothing like going into a Charge Warrior for a nice little draw one right off the top. Just one of the better feelings in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just drawing that card. If you know, you know. Now we're going to see him activate Lalo, targeting the Chuche. So he's going to be able to send either a spell or a monster. He's going to dump a Nyan Nyan. He'll be able to revive one out of the grave here as well. So we'll see what he revives. He could bring out the Lulu, and with it Nyan Nyan. He is currently safe from a card like Nibiru, so can get a little, in quotes, greedy here, or play a little more aggressively to put up a board to make sure, that there is no Dragoon getting summoned, and no rocket combos, whatever. Because, to be honest, I think kind of similar to what we saw in Game 1, it's not going to take much to completely stop the Dark Magician deck in its tracks. It is reliant on a lot of cards resolving. He did get very lucky in having the extender, which was a really good one in Magician Souls, which allowed him to not only draw 2, but extend into a second Anaconda. And since the Anaconda never activated, because he was going to wait to activate the Anaconda until Savage was on the field, so that's why he was able to make another one and send again later. Well, not again, but just send later. We're going to see M7 get made here, and an Upstart to draw 1. Shoutouts to Pat Hoban. And, yeah, no Shen Shen here. And I was just actually talking to the VW player in this video, and he said the reason he didn't make Shen Shen here was because he felt that it wasn't really necessary and that he'd rather have the M7 for follow-up. That Shen Shen is probably not particularly too good in this matchup because it really doesn't stop too much. Anaconda sends from deck. Same thing with Magician Souls. It can send from hand and, again, send from deck. So Shen Shen doesn't have a lot of value here in this particular matchup. So we're going to see Magician Souls get summoned. It's going to go through dumping the Dark Magician Girl, and we're going to see him activate the Dark Magic Circle and then chain Soul Servant to the activation. Soul Servant's going to basically allow him to stack his deck, I think with a spell or trap that has Dark Magician in its text. So we'll see which card he's going to be able to put at the top. And then, of course, pairing that with the circle, basically look at the top 3 cards of your deck. And you can take any card, I think, with Dark Magician in its text, and then the rest go back into the top of the deck in any order, even if you don't find any. So looks like he's going to grab Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul will go right to the top. and then circle to take a look at the top 3. Lo and behold, literally stacking his deck, ladies and gentlemen. Literally stacking on camera. Can you believe it? The audacity. So yeah, of course he's going to take the Eternal Soul, which is going to pair very well here to give him kind of like a disruption during the next turn. As we see a Droll and Lockbird on Resolution, which is really, really good here since our Dark Magician player has not yet had a chance to use his souls. So basically just kind of sitting there doing literally nothing. But can he establish a Dragoon? Probably not, because the Crystal Wing has not been used yet, so he is going to see the writing on the wall there, and we're going to head into a Game 3 situation where, you might have guessed it, Dark Magician going to go first to see if he can put up a board that literally almost like to a T hard counters the VW deck. So we'll see. I mean, you have 2 negates for 2 virtual world names, and you add the Secret Village on top of that. Like, that just makes it very hard to do almost anything. You have to have a normal summon at that point, because King Long and Kowloon are completely dead. We're going to see Engage get activated here. It's going to get met with an Ash, because as we saw in Game 1, Engage is a 1-card Dragoon. And it looks like our VW player opened up another Ash, a Driver, a Lau Lau, and a Nyan Nyan, I think, in hand. So, not the best opening, and of course, as we know, Ash cannot stop Anaconda. So I think burning the Ash there was definitely justified. And we're going to see Dark Magic Circle get activated. It's going to reveal the top 3. Well, not reveal the top 3. He'll basically get to look at the top 3, and then he gets to take an actual Dark Magician off the top. And it looks like he opened up an Eternal Soul. So he has the Eternal Soul with the Circle. It's basically going to give him a Banish on the next turn. So he is going to normal summon Lulu. And this is going to be a very vulnerable normal summon Nyan Nyan as he draws Lulu for turn. Very vulnerable normal summon. Eternal Soul gets activated to summon the Dark Magician from the hand, and that is going to trigger Circle to banish the Nyan Nyan, which was his normal summon. No other way to play there, unfortunately. Secret Village is not up, but he does not have any extenders in the form of Kowloon or King Long, and we're going to see him pass turn there, unfortunately. You hate to see it. This is just one of those unfortunate games where the perfect counter happened to be there for the rather unlikely hand that you would see, particularly in a deck like this. Magician's Souls gets summoned by dumping Dark Magician Girl, linking now Dark Magician into Imduk, and then he's going to link both the Magician Souls and Imduk into Predaplant Verite Anaconda, pay 2,000. Can I get a why is this card still legal in the chat? Can I get a why is Anaconda still legal in the chat? All right. I'll calm down. We're going to see Eternal Soul get activated. It's going to summon out a Dark Magician from the grave as he sends another Red Eyes and Dark Magician. I don't really think he's going to have to worry about not having a Dark Magician to send off this Anaconda, as he brings out a Dragoon. Battle phase swinging for 3k, 25, and 5, leaving him at 600. And unfortunately, our VW player has nothing else he can do there. And Dark Magician is going to take it 2-1. Looks like the loyal 22% that voted for DM was correct this time around. If you guys want to see more of my content, click on one of the videos popping up on the bottom of the screen right now. And last but not least, I want to give a huge shout out to our Divine level channel members. And they are Chatalax84, Pony Stark, Keith Scissors, Daryl Best, and our newest member, Tweeter0226. Thank you guys so much for your extremely generous support of this channel.